Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. It's been a little while. Still fighting this CDX. Try a little bit more tonight, but then I'm going to switch over to some cables for a really unique system. It's a MSX, which is a I forget what it stands for. Microsoft Extensible. Way before Xbox, Microsoft came up with a standard for video game consoles. Only really got big in Japan, but in the United States there was the ColecoVision, which is the only MSX derived, but they were not really one-to-one, but similar technology. So the whole concept was you want this extensible standard that was more or less open that anyone could use, which is kind of remarkable for Microsoft. But anyway, I'm building up a SCART, which I always forget what SCART stands for, cable, and I'm also building up a I need to print out that diagram, a SCART cable, and I'm also working on there's this PCI board, not PCI, ISA card. It goes into a PC, and it has a couple of features that were standard, non-standard, very strange. That it has a 9-pin cable that goes to SCART, which is a European standard, and then internally you were able to hook up a CGA to the system. Here's my. I'm only working on two people's stuff for the last like 6 to 8 months. And that's Clint's and Brandon's. This is Clint's, and the CDX stuff is Brandon's. And I always have to build up a folder for Brandon's stuff because he has always the strangest requests, which always amuses me. So, why is my backlight compensation going crazy? Okay, whatever. Anyway, that'll go away soon. So this is your standard CGA color graphics array connector, and then Brandon was kind enough to send off the schematics. So what we're going to be working on today is this guy here is a what do they call it? Bandenkabelkan, which I think is Dutch. IBM video card 10-pin male. So it's not truly 10-pin because they left off the number 9-pin. But I did get in. I'll show you my little bits and pieces here. So this is a little enclosure. I got sent to me this MSX cart that says, I don't know because I can't read Japanese or kanji. This is an edge card connector, which is quite tight, and as he said, that's what she said. So this is the edge connector, which is going to be easier to pull in and out of. So it looks like their keying feature was this little hole right there. And then I got in. Okay, so tonight, if I get the CDX working or not, this is just a little. This is your standard. This is what's known as IDC. It's this flat ribbon cable. This is a 10-pin cable, which is going to be plugging into right there. The red wire is always pin 1. So this will be plugging into there. And I printed out this little guy so I know which way CGA goes, because CGA is a very old graphic standard. And it's kind of neat internally. You can see where they switch. This diagram actually is a continuation of not quite this one, but anyway, this is the female. We'll get this out of the way. Oh man, why is the backlight compensation doing that? More backlight or less backlight? Let's see. Oh, that doesn't help. Okay. silly cameras. Anyway, this is the female, so male is going to plug into here, and this is going to go to the SCART. This is the IDC, which is going to go to the CGA cable, which I need to look up if it's male or female. I believe it's RGB connector. Actually, I have to look that up. And I need to get the SCART information too. But in the meantime, so I got my little box. So this little connector here is going to go into the box. It's going to be mounted in the box. I'm going to have a little alignment pin here for keying, so you can't put it in 180 out. I suppose you pressed hard enough you could. And then sent to me by Brandon. He sent me this. Looks like formerly that looks like a Nintendo to. This is what a SCART cable looks like. It has RGB and it has RGB audio, horizontal, and video sync, vertical and horizontal sync. And if you look in the diagram, that's this guy here. You can see. Turns out this is red, this is green, this is blue, and audio left, audio right, and then this is 5 volts going out. Don't really need that. And this is the sync out signal. So it's very similar to RGB out. Or it's similar to CGA outs, because CGA is almost identical, except there's a separate horizontal and video sync. This is your standard CGA, standard RGB. So you get red, green, blue, intensity. Well, actually it has an intensity, horizontal and vertical sync. But I don't think this one has intensity. Does it? Let's see. On the output. Audio, left, right. Here's a 10 volt positive going out. Doesn't go anywhere. Ground, sync out. I'll have to see how that works. Yeah, I need to get my paperwork for the SCART. I don't have it here. Like I said, I can always get a big old folder for all the diagrams and paperwork that go with this. And then I also have this is what's going to happen. I'm waiting for. Eventually there's going to be a little right hand connector that it's going to plug right into here, and this is going to plug into there's a 50 pin header on the card itself. Apparently you either had to buy or make the card originally, the adapter, which is just kind of crazy, but I'll give this this sucker a quick try. And then maybe I'll build a cable tonight. We'll see. I also got my also got my 5200 cooked. I did get my 5200 repaired. I didn't show the end of that. So that's this guy here. Let's see, I got that, and I got my 5200 nice and clean. No squigglies or wigglies. And the audio's working great again. And that's just a old school switch box going on there. This is starting. Honestly, I've been working on this about 15 minutes a night, and I haven't had much luck with it. It's starting to drive me crazy. It's tracking a little better. That's not bad. Maybe it's my lucky night. Maybe I just need to talk to it nicely. Okay, that's did something strange. Oh, I've never had such a hard system to adjust. In other news, I did have some other exciting stuff. I'm working with that Tiger learning computer. Brandon was able to get someone to x-ray it, which is fantastic because there's a big glop, what they call a glop top, over the main EEPROM. And for the life of me, trying to trace it out was next to impossible. You have like something like 128,000 possible combinations. So this thing is just being a pain. So what I went ahead and did was he x-rayed it. He had it x-rayed for me, and I can actually see where the pins are going out. The only thing that's confusing me is it's supposed to be a 40-pin chip according to the artwork on the board, but looking at the x-ray, it's 36 pins. So I have to see if there's some variant that has a 36-pin array instead of a 40-pin array, so I can finish tracking the sucker out. So, alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes. I gotta finish watering some trees because it's a drought here, and then I'll get the SCART pin out. Okay, I'm back. I put Mozart aside here, put the CDX aside. I do have SCART, which is something in French, which I'm never going to try to pronounce. It's like system composite. I can't remember what it means. Yeah, this definitely looks like it was a Nintendo cable. The first. Alright. Not too many wires in there, actually. The only problem we ever run into is sometimes there's shielding. Yes, there is. So how they shield these is there's a braided copper and foil, which is actually quite common. It's actually a decent shielding on this one. There we are. So we have four independent conductors and 2 pairs of 2. So this is going to be, according to this, according to this guy, we're going to have, pull this paperwork back out. These 2. There's a female on the back, so it's going to need a male. Alright. So I'm not Being a plus 5 volts. We'll just see the sync out. Okay. So what we have to worry about is audio out right, which is the pin 1. Audio out left, which is 3. Yeah, ground for the audio, which is usually good. You want a separate audio ground from your, this one actually has distinct grounds for the individual channels, but probably not going to end up doing that. So 7 is blue. Green is 11. And red is 15. RGB switch, there's a composite. There is a composite out over 19. Okay, then the composite ground, 17 is the ground for that one. Probably not going to use that. And 21's your chassis ground. So looking at the cable here, let's see if we can ohm out this sucker. Let's work on this a few more minutes. Clean that up. Probably end up shortening these up just a touch. Let's see what these are. Let's see what we got here. Let's try 24. Nope, 26. Yeah. 26. Let's try 28. Yeah, we got 28's giving me a cleaner. If you angle it, you can go about a gauge off. So let's see what these are. Since I'm here, I'll tin them anyway. I can always trim them. I'm guessing red, green, and blue are going to be what they are. The only thing I'm a little confused on is I see there's a sync signal. Ground, audio in, ground, data. Let's see a sync. So it has a 10 volt, which is going to be going here. So the 10 volt is used. The 10 volt goes to pin 8. This guy right here, this is the aspect ratio switch. So that's your 10 volts there. There's a plus 5 volt too. Two asterisks. Oh, here's your two asterisks. Is your that? So it's not there. It's actually single asterisk. Yeah, pin 8. Pin 8 single asterisk is the 4x3 selector, which is should be typical of the time. And then the interesting. There's no sync out. Let's see where these pins go. Alright, your USB-C. Why don't you? Oh no, no cable. That's why. Where's my USB-C cable? Oh, let's run off of battery power for now. Okay, red. Let's try the red wire. So my guess would be a red is going to be on the red out, which is on pin 15, which one, two, oh, this is opposite side. Luckily they labeled it 15. 15's over here, 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Nope. Ah, that's the audio. Okay, so this red is right audio. Alright, let's go with the green. Don't assume anything. Let's go down the row. 1, 2, 3. Nothing. Green is on pin 11, which is green. Okay, so green goes to the green. Interesting choices. Alright, blue. Blue's coming in on 7. 7 is blue. Is going to blue. Okay. Now where's the orange going to go? Okay, so that's coming in on 15. 15. So orange goes to the red, of course. How silly of me. So we're still missing the left audio channel. strip the outer. There we go. So we have a black, and we have a yellow, and a brown. Okay. Interesting color choices. Very interesting color choices. This feels very European. I'm gonna tin these. I'm just gonna figure this out. Okay, so let's go black. Black is either going to be audio or ground. Watch it wrong. Black. Black is going to. Black is on pin. Pin 6. Pin 6. Really? No, it's, yeah, it is pin 6. 1, 2, 4. Oh, it's, no, it's 20, 18, 16, 14. So the black is going to pin 6. Why wouldn't that go to audio out? Hold on a second. Yeah, it's definitely going to pin 6. Audio in left. Why is the black that? Okay, so I got 2 left. I got yellow and brown. Yellow. Some attractive colors, huh? Yellow and brown. That is way up in pin 20. Which is composite video, which makes sense. It's composite. I'm betting the composite is going to be used for that sync line. Because composite has a sync built into it. This brown is on pin 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8. 8, which is the 4 to 3 switch. 8, 4 to 3. 4 to 3 switch. Okay, that makes sense because I'm still going to use that. So my guess is, I'll have to double check this schematic here. This is interesting because I have the right audio, which is the red. Let me double check that pin for the right audio. I found it. Red is right audio. This is. Oops. Oh, why do you do this to me? Why do you betray me? Yeah. There's audio out, which is interesting. It's showing it's an audio out right. But the black, which makes sense, black is a very common color for your left channel. Why is the left channel coming out? You would expect it on 3, which is this guy. Nope. This guy here. It's actually up here. Well, it probably doesn't matter that much because the simple reason this guy is not stereo anyway. As you can see electrically right here, the audio left and right are actually connected. So I'm going to be hooking up this guy to the, I'll make some notes right now. So I'm guessing the composite is actually going to be the one that's going to have the sync on it. So I'm going to go to composite on there. Okay, so the composite, I'm going to use the composite for the audio. So ground is ground, whoop-de-doo. So the ground, they were using the chassis ground in here, so I'm going to have to pick off, yeah, make sure this has got continuity. Grab one of these wires. Just to double check, because that looks like the only audio, the only ground they have. Pin 4. Ground audio. So there's one of your audio grounds. That means this big guy here is probably, that's your audio ground. Okay. Alright, so that's this. You only have one ground running. So what I'll end up doing is going to go, this is going to go to the composite, which is yellow for the sync, which is on pin 2. I know this goes red, green, blue. Red is on 3, and red is orange. It comes in on 3. Green is green, which is 4. Blue, which is blue, coming on 5. This actually matters. This comes in on pin 6. 6 is that brown, because that's the aspect ratio select. And then, so that takes care of that wire, that wire, that wire, that wire. Audio is audio left, audio right. So the basically, so I'm just going to hook it up to the audio out. Well, they don't actually have a connection for the right left one, so or do they? Audio out left in mono 3. Yeah, I listed there, but yeah, it doesn't have it. They just have the audio in left. So let's hook it up to the audio out right. So that'll be audio out right. This is pin 9, which is red. And then we're going to have, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires. Ground. It's going to go, this is going to go to the shield. Yeah, so I've got the composite, which is going to be the sync. That's the red, green, blue. That's the 4x3 select. This is your right audio. And the ground is shield. So, okay, not too complicated. So, alright, so I think it's enough brain thinking for the night. I will actually get to soldering tomorrow. So yeah, now I know what the cables are. I might have to trim these back a little bit because I want to be able to fit my Boxo parts here. I actually need 2 males and 2 back shells. So, you know, you've been doing electronics a long time if you just have these on hand all the time. So, yes. So I need to trim down the, oh, my hands are weak today. Holy crap. Okay, so these are your standard back shells, so I need to shorten these wires up. So these little guys right here, those actually clamp and sit in this spot, this string relief, so when you pull on it, you don't go anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'll just trim it now before I forget, and then have to tin it and strip it again, which is fine. I'm just going to go right about there with it all. Opa. Yeah, only one ground in this cable. So yeah. My only uncertainty is the composite of the sync signal, but I'm willing to bet dollars to donut it's the composite's going to be used for that, because there's no other signal on here for that. So alright, that's enough for tonight. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. It was slightly educational. And I'll do some soldering tomorrow and work on that CDX again. It never ends. Thanks for watching.